time, by becoming part of the Hindu parliament, whether it is the Rajya Sabha, the Chit Sabha, or the Lok Sabha, by becoming each and every one of us get the Hindu parliament voting rights and privileges during the entire period. Whether it is the Rajya Sabha, actually going to attend the Paramashiva Sena program, by becoming each and every one of us get the Hindu parliament rights and privileges, all of you will also get the membership. Whether it is the Rajya Sabha, actually going to attend the Paramashiva Sena program, by becoming each and every one of us get the Hindu parliament rights and privileges, all of you will also get the membership. Whether it is the Rajya Sabha, actually going to attend the Paramashiva Sena program, by becoming each and every one of us get the Hindu parliament rights and privileges, all of you will also get the membership. Whether it is the Rajya Sabha, actually going to attend the Paramashiva Sena program, by becoming each and every one of us get the Hindu parliament rights and privileges, all of you will also get the membership. Whether it is the Rajya Sabha, actually going to attend the Paramashiva Sena program, by becoming each and every one of us get the Hindu parliament rights and privileges, all of you will also get the membership. Whether it is the Rajya Sabha, actually going to attend the Paramashiva Sena program, by becoming each and every one of us get the Hindu parliament rights and privileges, all of you will also get the membership. Whether it is the Rajya Sabha, actually going to attend the Paramashiva Sena program, by becoming each and every one of us get the Hindu parliament rights and privileges, all of you will also get the membership. Whether it is the Rajya Sabha, actually going to attend the Paramashiva Sena program, by becoming each and every one of us get the Hindu parliament rights and privileges, all of you will also get the membership. Whether it is the Rajya Sabha, actually going to attend the Paramashiva Sena program, by becoming each and every one of us get the Hindu parliament rights and privileges, all of you will also get the membership. Whether it is the Rajya Sabha, actually going to and initiated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, giving us and taking the entire breakthrough, the experience of Paramashivoham, to a whole new level. So take this decision and jump into this by signing up at ecitizen.info/USCom. Mutikama, maybe you can share a little more about the activities that we have been having in Los Angeles, California, and this time the great happenings that have been planned for the USCom that is going to be happening.
Definitely, Maharaj. It is exciting, and all of us here in Los Angeles are eagerly awaiting every person who's going to be traveling from across the world to come and be a part of such a grand, occasion. One, it is very auspicious, and the time is very high energy, and it is something that is not to be missed. Here in Los Angeles, at the temple, at the spiritual headquarters here, it is about experiencing how to be a host, how to be the ones that are going to take up the responsibility of welcoming and inviting every Hindu across the nation in North America and beyond to come and be a part of these grand celebrations. So for Kumbh Mela, we have to be a part of this dynamic team that is going to be functioning here. It is a very thorough and intense preparation that is going to happen in the 1 month between December 11th and January 13th. You will experience, like how Maharaja shared, one is, being honored to being a part of the Rajya Sabha as a member of the Hindu Parliament, being able to vote, being able to understand how to make decisions, how to encourage others. So this is something that will happen. And you will become, and you will be trained literally to be a Hindu leader. And you take on an active role, not just in you being an active practicing Hindu, but it is also about being able to support others in their journey to understanding what it means for them to be in Hindus and how to make a difference in your community. What you learn here, whether it is the meetings and the invitations that you will take to a multitude of leaders across the Southern California region, versus whether the calls that you will make, the food that you will know how to prepare, the sevas or the service that you will be able to offer to the deities, understanding how to take care of each and every element, and knowing what is Kumbh Mela, what is it being a Hindu, what are all the rituals, what are all the procedures, what are all the chants. You learn to soak yourself in Sanatana Hindu Dharma. And through this, you are going to understand what it means to be a leader. This, as while you are training and while you are working towards being an effective Hindu, you are also working towards being a leader in your life, in every dimension of your life. Please understand what you learn, what you train into, and the initiations and the blessings that you receive from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as he guides you in this 1 month process is about you being your peak, at your peak possibility, the most successful that you've been, whether it is at work, whether it is with your relationships, whether it is with the community around you. You will truly understand how to make things happen, how to manifest, and that is what Sanatana Hindu Dharma teaches you. So we're going to have a program where each day you will be going through a variety of these sevas, as we call it, the sessions that you will sit and learn, the calls, the interactions, again, the food that you learn to prepare, the way you serve others, the way you prepare the space, whether it is getting a rath ready or whether it is getting the deities ready. What are all the different aspects of the entire program? The preparation for a phenomenal Kumbh Mela is what you're going to do here. And we are so excited to host you. We are so excited to welcome you here. And, for us to make this happen in a very grand way for every Hindu on this planet.
Yes. And at the same time, it is going to be a blast. It's literally going to be a blast of celebration that is going to be there. In fact, just the preparation period is going to be for one whole month, which is between December 11th to January 13th. And then the whole celebration itself happens. The Kumbha Mela itself happens all the way from Jan 14th to Feb 26th. So I'd like to also take a few moments to share with each and every one of you about Kumbha Mela. See, till now what we understood is that now each and every one of us have an opportunity to become part of the Hindu government by becoming members of the Hindu parliament of Kailasa. And the first and foremost opportunity that is open for all of you is going to be becoming part of the Rajya Sabha, becoming part as a member of the parliament of the Rajya Sabha, and that you can do by attending the Paramashiva Sena program. And the Paramashiva Sena program is going to be a on-ground training and on-ground preparation for the Mahakumbha Mela that is going to be hosted in the United States of Kailasa and all over the world and in the United States of America as well. So now we are going to look at some more details about what exactly is the Kumbha Mela, what is the history of Kumbha Mela, and why is this celebration so important, the significance, the history, and why is it so important for each and every one of you to be a part of this at this point in time. Many of you may already know the history of Kumbha Mela. At least all of us would have heard about the churning of the Milky Ocean. How many of you have heard about the churning of the Milky Ocean? Yes. Yes, great. So all of you, as you understand, when the churning of the Milky Ocean happened, when the Devas and the Asuras, both of them, when all of them were actually churning the Milky Ocean for the pot of Amrita, for the nectar of immortality, at that time, after the churning, the nectar of immortality had come, and there was a fierce battle that had ensued between the Devas and Asuras, where the Asuras tried to take the entire nectar pot. Then later, after the battle, when the nectar was going to be served, at that point in time, 4 drops of the nectar actually fell into the Bhuloka, into our physical planet Earth. And they fell at different places. The 4 different drops fell at 4 different places between Prayag, Haridwar, Nasik, and Ujjain. So these are the 4 places in Bharat where these 4 drops of nectar had fallen. And since then, we have the Kumbh Mela that is being celebrated over the last thousands of years. Thousands of years. And this time, every time during this period of Kumbh Mela, what happens is that every 3 years once, this same cosmic happening happens once again. The very same planetary positions, the nakshatras, the entire cosmological happening repeats itself once again. So every 3 years, the Kumbh Mela is celebrated in each of these 4 locations that are there. And this year, it is going to be happening in Prayagraj in Bharat. And at the same time, we are also going to be celebrating Kumbh Mela in the United States of Kailasa as well. In fact, Kumbh Mela is one of the most and is the world's largest human gathering and most peaceful gathering on planet Earth.
It's amazing, Maharaj, that there are so many millions of people who actually participate in the Kumbh Mela, and yet it is such a peaceful gathering, as you shared, without any violence, without any incidents. It is so powerful to be able to witness how millions and millions of people come together for their spiritual upliftment. See, the Mahakumbha Mela, which is actually it's the most ancient, Hindu happening, and it's one of the biggest, largest gatherings of people across the globe, right? Where they all converge in one place. It is it is so amazing to see how people make way, people ensure everybody else is also getting what they need, supporting each other, yet at the same time having a very deep spiritual and religious experience for themselves also. See, as you mentioned, for thousands of years, all these millions of enlightened beings, saints, gurus, and their devotees and disciples, they come together to bathe, to take part in the bathing ritual where it is called the Shahi Snan, right? And in that, they actually get to the sacred waters and take the dip along with their guru, along with the enlightened masters. And it is such an amazing scene to actually witness. I would say people who even witness, who are there and who get to touch the water after their enlightened masters have stepped in, is truly an experience that's not to be missed. Who get to touch the water
and especially
after their
during the time
enlightened
in
masters
this era
have
when we
stepped
have
in
Swamiji
is
himself, the
truly
supreme
an
pontiff of
experience
Hinduism,
that's not to be
as the
missed. Who get
incarnation
to
of
touch the
Paramashiva,
water
and especially
after
during
their
the time
enlightened
in
masters
this
have
era when we
stepped
have
in
Swamiji himself, the
truly
supreme, whether it is in terms of your health, whether it's in terms of your wealth, career, anything, when you want to have a breakthrough by attending the Kumbh Mela, by becoming part of the Kumbh Mela, you can get everything that you want to have. During this period in time, during the Shahi Snan, at that time, all the deities of all the incarnations of all the enlightened beings, the enlightened beings themselves, all of them are actually in the water, blessing and energizing the water. In fact, during this time, during the Prayag Kumbh Mela, the sacred relics of Kapila Mahamuni, who is the which is owned by the Mahanirvani Akada, will also be dipped in the sacred waters, and that powerful energy for the superconscious breakthrough to happen in each and every one of us will be there. And I'd also like to share some of the scientific findings as far as the water is concerned, and how water is a powerful transmitter of the superconscious energy, how it's a superconductor of the superconscious energy. That is the reason in our Hinduism, when we see any and all the most important initiations happen in a water body, right from the Gayatri Diksha, everything happens in a water body, because water is a powerful conductor of the superconscious energy. Our Vedic rishis, our ancient rishis already knew this science. Science is just catching up, modern day science is just catching up recently. In fact, one of the researches that were done by some of the well-known scientists, when they actually subjected water to positive words and positive emotions, and when they examined it under the microscope, it formed beautiful designs and crystals like what you can see up here on the screen. At the same time, when the same person subjected water to negative words and negative emotions and saw that under the microscope, it was completely distorted and completely damaged. So if one person's emotion, one person's word can cause so much of change in just the water that is there, just imagine where we have hundreds of crores, hundreds of millions of devotees all gathering in the same place on the same day for the same purpose. Just imagine, on top of all of this, having an Incarnation Himself presiding and blessing the entire happening. Imagine the superconscious breakthrough, the experience of Paramashivoham that every one of us will receive in our life. And this time, we are not just having an opportunity to be part of the Kumbh Mela, but we are having the opportunity to actually conduct and organize the entire Kumbh Mela as the representatives of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, as the representatives of Kailasa, the first nation for Hindus. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was coronated as the youngest Mahamandaleshwar, 1008th Mahamandaleshwar of the Mahanirvani Akada. And at the age of 29, since then, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been spearheading this entire great happening of the Mahakumbh Mela. Let us take a few moments to watch a beautiful video on the Kumbh Mela. So that is a beautiful introduction about the Kumbh Mela. The Kumbh Mela itself is a grand happening, is something that is so powerful, is something that is so great that we just cannot afford to miss. Here is another glimpse of the previous Kumbh Melas that we have had and celebrated. You are lucky and you are blessed if you have got the opportunity to be a part of this. So make sure that you take this jump and become part of this great happening.
It is so amazing to actually see these videos. Brings back so many memories of how the enormity of what we have been a part of. I would say for every Hindu, when you actually get to go experience Kumbh Mela, and especially with an enlightened master, for us, I think having the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam with us during that Kumbh Mela in Ujjain was unbelievable and out of this world. I don't think most of us have ever seen or witnessed such an event before in our lives. And I can personally speak for myself, whether it was the yoga or the sessions, the initiations. And I cannot forget the temple that he had pretty much created an entire temple there for every Hindu, devotee, every Hindu visitor coming to actually get to experience what it meant to be in front of such powerful divine beings. They got to see the grandeur of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, whether it is the temple signs, whether it is the food. Actually, I remember, and I wanted to share this when when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was sitting, we had more than 100,000 people come every day. There used to be long lines of people waiting outside to get an opportunity to go in to have his darshan. And when they came, along with blessing them, just him saying blessings is such a powerful statement, because it means you are getting everything. Everything is yours, is that word blessing. And the laddus, the bundi laddus that was so famous. It was so huge. And I remember the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism sharing with everyone, saying, when we give, when we are doing the seva and the service to humanity, and when we give, it should be so much that people are unable to even hold it in their hands. The extent of feeling so overwhelmed with the joy of receiving so much, nobody forgets that. Nobody really forgets that. It is you, and it is I remember the story of how when Krishna had gone and eaten one grain of rice, and that one grain of rice that was served to him by the Pandavas fulfilled sage Agastya and his entire team, his people, right? The sannyasis. The same way, what the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has given us as that prasad, I think for generations together will feel the blessing and the power that came from that. The deities and the alankaram, they were out of this world, and so gigantic. Those experiences never are forgotten. You really appreciate when you see how many hundreds of volunteers and the Kailasa Vasis came together to make this happen, for those hundreds of thousands of people who came, who had their food, who sat for the sessions, who got their blessings, got to have, it is a sight for people's eyes, right? That you don't forget. That is what I remember and I recollect. And for an average, for a Hindu who is at home, when you go to a Kumbha Mela, you understand what the extent of Sanatana Hindu Dharma and the empowerment is from there. It is unbelievable and unforgettable.
Very much, Ma. Actually, even when I look back at it right now, Kumbh Mela with Swamiji has been the greatest happening. And it is just beyond any words where you can describe it to say, okay, it was large, it was great, it was powerful. You can add all the adjectives that are there and it will still not do justice to it. I still remember like the day zero, if I have to call it that way, the Peshwai, which was a large display. It was a display of grandeur where we brought and showcased, Swamiji had showcased the greatness and the best of Hinduism to the entire world out there. And in fact, when there are hundreds of thousands, all of you need to know that during this period in time, there are hundreds of thousands of camps and various other Hindu organizations, all of them who come together. And the Peshwa is actually the period in time when the parade happens, when all the various different camps, all of them come, and it is like the entry into the Kumbha Ghat. And during the Ujjain Kumbh Mela, ours was the longest and the largest display. We had over 200 rathas, 200 temple chariots that were actually adorned with deities, completely adorned with the jewels, complete alankaram done. Over 200 of those, which stretched the entire stretch of the whole Kumbh Mela, the Ghat road where it is there. The entire road was filled with just the deities, and overnight Swamiji set this up and literally shifting. I still remember being part of the whole organizing, all the way from shifting all the deities, moving all the deities from Adi Kailasa in the south to all the way to the north to Allahabad in Prayagraj was to Ujjain, was a whole different experience.
సంకట కవచ మధురానుభవానందం గురుస్మరణం నిత్యానంద రూపం నిత్యానంద రూపం నిత్యానంద రూపం నిత్యానంద రూపం నిత్యానంద రూపం నిత్యానంద రూపం నిత్యానంద రూపం
what we saw was a glimpse of the great happening. You can just see the thousands of devotees who are just waiting and yearning for that one glimpse of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And in fact, we were blessed personally to be able to be part of that entire happening, entire celebration. And it was something altogether where only when you experience it can you actually even do justice to any explanation that is there. And now, each and every one of this great happening, each and every one of us have the opportunity to be a part of this great organizing for the Kumbh Mela in the United States in 2025. With a 3,000-year-old legacy that is at least documented, which we have it in our hand, the Mahanirvani Akhada has been organizing Kumbh Melas, and under the guidance of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, Swamiji is now organizing the next Kumbh Mela for every one of us. All the devotees who are able to go to India and participate and celebrate this entire great happening is the best. But all of you, even when you're not able to go there, Swamiji is bringing Kumbh Mela where you are, especially to all the devotees who are there in the US and from all the other parts of the world. You can now be a part of this great happening in the Kumbh Mela 2025 in the United States. Just like how we saw the videos where Swamiji in Bharat during the Kumbh Mela, how the grandeur of the celebrations were. Same way, back in 2006, Swamiji conducted the Kumbh Mela for the very first time, brought Kumbh Mela to the United States for the very first time, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism organized waters from 21 holy rivers and that were brought. And during the same grand the Kumbh Mela that happened in the United States, the entire Kumbh Mela was replicated with the presence of an incarnation. Here we're actually looking at the ground to ground organizing that Swamiji did. Maybe I can ask Muktikama to share a few more words on this about how Swamiji literally got onto the ground and made the whole thing happen. And this gives the insight about how powerful it is and how at the same time hard work and effort Swamiji has put to revive this tradition and to bring this and to make sure that each and every one of us are benefited no matter where we are or what we are doing currently.
So to have the first Kumbh Mela happen here in the United States in 2006, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had actually brought several items that are unique to Hindu celebrations, to Hindu rituals from India, and he had ensured that people get the same experience as they would get in India during in the Mahasnans and during Kumbh Mela. He has spent several hours getting the deities ready, having the deities there, having the alankars, the garlands, the grand jewelry, the clothing. So many such arrangements. And if you notice in these pictures, you will actually see how there are very unique and special items that are used. The special the umbrella that is used, the arati that is done, the fire arati that is done, that is shown to the deities. How do you lift the deities? So there is so much that happens, and in all that, what he has done is he has involved and included thousands of people, right? It is not just people coming to see and enjoy Kumbh Mela, it is also being a part, mobilizing the troops and participating and volunteering, offering the seva as part of the team conducting Kumbh Mela. And along with this was the cultural, the traditional, the ritualistic, the spiritual, every aspect of Hinduism was experienced by each and every person who has come for this Kumbh Mela. As you can see, there were many several hundreds of organizations that actually joined forces, came together in a space of oneness and unity together to make this happen. They very proudly actually shared their banners and showcased that they are participating in this grand Kumbh Mela effort. And we had people bring in the deities from various temples, and the deities were dipped in a huge pool that was created. And as Maharaja shared, the water from India had been brought, and the energized water was poured into the pool, so that when people dip the deities, they're actually dipping the deities in the energized water right from the Ganges, from Gangama. And to have the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and Enlightened being there, conducting and leading the effort was the best that I could think of. And the level of energy, I cannot even begin to share the words that can bring it. And along with him, he brought together so many leaders from various Hindu organizations, from various temples, various heads of different adinams and mutts that came together as Hindu solidarity And this was such a powerful message that was sent to the world as a peace initiative, as coming together to empower the entire world, to energize the entire space. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism have his vision today, his vision as the sovereign head of Kailasa, the only Hindu nation for Hindus, is to bring all Hindus together in a space of unity, to come and stand together, to live the life as a Hindu, and to take the word and the message forward from our Shastras in how to live life to your peak. And this is what he is showing us as part of Kumbha Mela. And we are looking to gather hundreds of thousands of Hindus from across the world. We are inviting, and in fact, even today, this is an open invitation to all the temples and all the Hindu organizations, the various interfaith organizations, to come together and let us make this a very memorable, momentous, and a powerful occasion for every person on this planet. And we are, going to be reaching out to each and every person. We're going to be reaching out because this is our event. Kumbh Mela is our event. And for this, we are looking to have, grand temple structure. There will be a multitude of rituals that is meant to energize the entire ecosystem, which will be conducted in the form of abhishekams, or the special bathing of the deities, the homas, which are the fire rituals that are conducted to bring the fire energy that will purify the space. And we are looking to have cultural events where we bring the true, authentic Indian and Hindu culture to everybody. Having think tanks where we come together. It is celebration is incomplete when we without the thinking through for what do we want to manifest together. How do we take the Hindu word across to the world and empower people? What are the next steps that we need to do, not just for ourselves, but for generations to come? And we are inviting every Hindu leader who wants to create the space of oneness and happening to come together and be a part of this grand initiative that we are doing. And of course, without saying, for a Hindu, offering of Annadan or offering food and serving to others is one of the most auspicious, most blessed activity, I would say. Lots of nutritious, organic, sattvic food will be served to everybody who comes. If anybody who comes to our center, to the temple right now, also we tell them saying, you come and say, I'm hungry. You will never leave, without being fulfilled, without your stomach being full. And so Annadanam is a very, very auspicious activity for us. So there's a multitude of, these events that are being planned, and we invite each and every one of you to come and make this a memorable happening for all of us.
And adding to what Muktikama shared, and this time with the grace of Swamiji, it is time that all of us, and it is the opportunity that all of us are receiving, that we are getting to become part of several great happenings at the same time. One is becoming part of the Hindu Parliament of Kailasa. You will become a member of the Rajya Sabha Parliament. Second, you are getting to organize the Kumbh Mela as the nation, as a representative, as an ambassador of Kailasa, as a representative of Kailasa. And being part of the Kumbh Mela itself at this point in time, this time itself is a great happening, because this is the first batch, that the first Kumbh Mela that is organized after the declaration of the sovereign nation, after Swamiji declared Kailasa as a sovereign nation. So it's a historical event that is going to be happening. All of you from around the world can sign up to participate and to become part of the Paramashiva Sena program, which is going to be a hands-on preparation, directly guided and trained personally by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So head over to ecitizen.info/USCUM and you can register yourself to become volunteers of this, to become part of the members of the parliament of this great happening right now. So the registration link is projected for all of you on the screen. Go ahead, take this moment to sign up. And there is also the other aspect that I wanted to share with each and every one of you about it. Maybe Muktikama also can add in a little more about how this opportunity, the entire Kumbh Mela, is not just for us that we are going to be doing, but it is for the next generation, that it is necessary, it is a necessity for each and every one of us. In fact, the Kumbh Mela itself is aimed, and we are working collaborative so that the Hinduism, the next generation of Hindus, continue to live Hinduism. At this point in time, the deviation that the Hindu youth have gone through is completely out of control. Maybe Muktikama, you can share a little more insights about how, especially in the US and the North Americas, how the Hindu youth have completely, if I have to use the word, degenerated and have deviated completely from the Hindu lifestyle and disassociated from Hindu lifestyle.
Yes, Maharaj. So one of the challenges that the Hindu, the parents actually go through, with regards to their children and even for themselves, right, is there is a lot of persecution and a lot of attacks on Hindus. There is a lot of racism that is prevalent, and there is a lot of vandalism and damage to Hindu property, Hindu temples. There is just so much of violence that is happening right now all across the world, and we are looking to actually help the parents share with their children the right understanding of Hinduism. A lot of times what happens is the children go through a lot of ridiculing and making fun of them that happens in schools and colleges, where they are unable to understand or share what is Hinduism or why are they Hindu, what do they practice. There is a ridiculing of the rituals or the religions, saying that you worship monkeys, or there's so much that is shared. Unfortunately, this is shared without a proper understanding of the religion, proper understanding of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Sanatana Hindu Dharma is a religion, is a way of life, and as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is relentlessly sharing with everyone, how it is a way to empower yourself to live enlightenment. And this is what we need, this is what our children need to hear from us today. Why Hinduism? What is Hinduism? And how does that make a difference to them in their life? Let me put it this way. Hinduism teaches you to start looking inward. It teaches you to understand who you are, and what do you want to create as the purpose of your life. And Hinduism truly begins with empowering you on the inside, so that as you share, as you face the world, you know exactly how you are going to be to have the best life and to have the most empowered life possible. And as you can see, there are so many attacks and so much going on where Hindu youth are either disillusioned or they are afraid of the violence that they are facing. That there are people who have been killed. There are Hindu temples that have been attacked, and there are vandalism that has happened, and people are sometimes even afraid to step out to the temples or to other places, wondering, will somebody say something about us or our religion? And today we need to stand up and we need to protect. We truly need to understand how to be strong. When we worship Subramanya, or when we worship Durga, or when we worship Kali, when we have the divine showing us how to be empowered, right? They show us how to stand strong where weakness is perceived, right? And this is what we need to teach our children today, to understand what it means. And Hinduism is relevant today as much as it was relevant from time immemorial. There is nothing that cannot be applied. Every bit of our Shastras, as I had shared, is all about creating the right way of life for yourself and standing up for what you believe in, having those practices. In fact, when we chant the Om, right, the Om reverberates within you and connects you to the cosmos. That's how powerful the sound of the Om is. So things like that, when our youth learn, they will know to be the right torch bearers. They will know to truly be the ones carrying the message forward with the right context and with the right understanding, that how is life going to be better as a living, practicing Hindu. And these are things that the parents are looking for. In fact, we have seen so much of the word casteism being thrown at Hindus, saying this is something that has come from Sanatana Hindu Dharma. But do people understand that actually casteism is not even a word that has been coined by under Hinduism? Rather, it is the Varnashrama Dharma. So there is a way to delegate the responsibilities and live life, understanding where you function to your peak. And so there is so much to be learned and so much to be lived with the right cognition. And this is what we are looking to teach each one of us, as well as our future generations. Let us stand together to first understand what truly is Sanatana Hindu Dharma, and let us empower our children to have the right knowledge, so that when somebody challenges them, or when somebody tells them, you need to inform us and educate us, they have the information they need to share how powerful and how amazing Sanatana Hindu Dharma is. And when we have a nation today that stands by us, that supports us, and gives us every bit of information that is needed with the blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, I think we are the most blessed people right now on this planet Earth to be able to take this forward. And any challenge that comes, I'm sure standing together, we can face it no matter what.
Yes, ma. Maybe I can add a few more perspectives on this same information, on this same happening at this point in time. When I relate, if I look back actually into even my own life, I would have never associated myself as a Hindu. Leave apart standing up for Hinduism or being part of the Hinduism. I myself would have never actually associated or having any pride, because the very way that I was conditioned, I came into Gurukul when I was about 10 years of age. And by 10 years, if I look back at the trajectory that in which I was going, I would have never been a Hindu. And that is the fact, that is the face of reality. And today, when I'm seeing the other Hindu youth who are there, forget about having the pride in being Hindus. It is all about a trend of you converting to other religions. It has become a fashion, it has become a trend that ridiculing our tradition, ridiculing Hinduism, and thinking, oh, all this is for low class people, all this is for cheap people. And in the name of modernization, in the name of trying to become more fashionable, destroying the entire life, destroying their generations to come by, not knowing what precious and what important and what life itself is, that is given in our Hindu tradition. That is what is going on. And on top of this, it is the entire Hindu phobic and Hindu mystic media who conveniently cover all of this information, especially when it comes about the Hindu youth, the Hindu children, whether they are getting kidnapped, whether they get killed. All of this is conveniently covered by the Hindu phobic and Hindu mystic media by telling that, oh, they disappeared and they died of unknown causes, and oh, it was a mass shooting. But no, it is targeted attacks on those who try to live up to this identity, thereby breaking the confidence of any other person who wants to associate themselves with Hinduism. In multi levels, the entire genocide, the entire destruction happened. And even when we face, due to the persecution that we have gone through, due to the colonization that we've gone through, even when we were attacked and all our rights were snatched, none of us were able to stand up for it. Let's take it whether it is during the time, even after when the HRNC had was introduced by the British government and they took over all the muds. We could not even, we were so colonized and we were beaten literally to death that we couldn't even stand up for what is our own rights. For what is our own rights. Same way in Sri Lanka, when all our temples were vandalized, when all our temples were destroyed by the various different invasions. For example, the Mughal and where in India, and then the Portuguese invasion in the Sri Lanka, all the temples were completely destroyed. Whatever temples we are seeing today is just 100 years old. Everything is completely rebuilt. Whereas when we look at the other traditions or the other religions that are there, and it is just a mass conversion. The love jihad that happens is nowadays, especially in the last decade, the love jihads were forcibly the children or the young women, the women youth of Hindus, the Hindu women are falling into this trap, and by that getting converted into the other religions that are there. And we need to understand, Hinduism is a greater science. The entire sampradayas are actually embedded in the DNA of Hindus. That is why when Swamiji initiates each and every one of us, the very same powers that are embedded in our DNA gets awakened, and we are able to manifest all of those extraordinary powers. But a very systematic and a very targeted approach is taken to convert and to destroy our entire religion. And all of this just goes unnoticed. Even those few who speak about it are just shut down, are completely silenced, and are not given an opportunity to come. Whether it is the love jihad, where our Hindu women are converted to other religions, are lured and converted into other religions, or the brutal attack and destruction of our Hindu men, the youth, all of this is a systematic and targeted approach. And if we don't stand up at this point in time, a decade into the future, we are not going to have anybody who we call as the next generation of Hindus. That is a fact. Even all of us who call ourselves as Hindus, all of us who try to call ourselves as, oh, I'm a staunch Hindu, I'm an orthodox Hindu, look at it. Face the reality. Does your next generation want to be an Hindu? Especially for all the NRIs, all the Hindus who migrated out of India and all over the world. Do your children, your grandchildren, do they want to be Hindus? Do they even want to be associated? And the answer is no. As a matter of fact, the answer is no. And if we don't wake up to this reality, if we don't wake up to this truth, our next generation, our sons and daughters, they are not going to be Hindus. They will be the sympathizers of those religions which converted each and every one of us, which destroyed the very roots of every one of us. It is time that we stand up for Hinduism. We take the responsibility for Hinduism. I want to take an example here. This happened when the same kind of oppression happened, when the same colonial role had happened, when the Mughals invasion had happened. During the time, it is very directly related to the Kumbh Mela itself. When the Kumbh Mela was happening a few thousand years back, during the period of Alauddin Khilji, at that time, he introduced the taxation system, trying to disrupt the entire and disrespect and abuse the entire Kumbh Mela. So what he did was introduce jizya tax, where all the Naga sadhus who actually participated, all the monks, all the sannyasis who participated in the celebration had to pay tax to attend Kumbh Mela. But even that, the Naga sadhus went by and agreed and paid the tax to do it. But it did not stop there. After Alauddin Khilji came, next came Aurangzeb, and he took the entire abuse and the destruction to the whole different level. He tried to loot the entire Kashi Vishwanath temple and destroy the Kashi Vishwanath temple. But we had the Naga sadhus, the Naga sannyasis, who are the protectors of Dharma. And the Naga sannyasis actually have, in the entire 12 months, 8 months they yield the weapons and they protect. And 4 months becomes the period where they actually go through the Shastras. They read. And that period of time, they do not touch their weapons. So during this Chaturmasya, during that 4-month period, before that, Aurangzeb multiple times tried to destroy the temple, but he was never able to conquer because of the power and the ferociousness of our Naga sannyasis. But somehow, some traitor had given out the insider information that during this Chaturmasya, that the Naga sadhus will not touch weapons. And knowing this, at that point in time, Aurangzeb cunningly attacked Kashi, where the Naga sannyasis, the Naga sadhus, were in the Chaturmasya Vratam, because they take the Vratam that they will not touch weapon at that point in time. And because all of them had actually traveled from Kashi all the way to Prayag, they could not even go back to take their weapons. And they knew that there is nothing that they can do to fight back. So all of them decided, 10,000 Naga sadhus decided that it is their life. It is now upon them to protect the Shivalinga. And they knew the temple's destruction is inevitable. The temple is going to be destroyed. But just to protect the Shivalinga, 10,000 Naga sannyasis decided, and all of them stood as a human barrier around the entire Kashi Vishwanath temple. They stood as a barrier to the entire Kashi Vishwanath temple, making a human boundary. And few Naga sannyasis went and protected the Shivalinga, the Jyotirlinga, and went into the Jala Samadhi. And even to do that, they required at least 24 hours. And to buy that time, 10,000 unarmed Naga sannyasis stood as a protection around the temple, buying 24 hours for the few of those Naga sannyasis to take the Shivalinga and enter into the Jala Samadhi to protect the Shivalinga. And literally, all the 10,000 of them, unarmed, were massacred by the Aurangzeb's army. And finally, they went and destroyed the entire temple. But the entire Jyotirlinga is protected. Today, if we have Kashi Vishwanath temple, it is due to the sacrifices of those 10,000 Naga sannyasis. That is the reason that we have Kashi Vishwanath temple today. All the 10,000 of them, knowing they are going to die, knowing that their death is inevitable, knowing that they are not even going to live to see whether the temple is protected, whether did they even succeed in protecting, not knowing whether the future generation at some point in time will even revive back and understand the sacrifices they did. Despite all of this, they sacrificed their life for the future generation by protecting the Shivalinga and by sacrificing their life. This is what happened. Later, the Kashi Vishwanath temple was rebuilt and the Vishwanatha Linga was retrieved and installed, and that is what all of us are having as darshan in Kashi today. It is this great tradition that every one of us are honoring. For the sacrifice that these 10,000 Naga sannyasis did, and the sacrifice that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, our beloved Swamiji, has been doing, has done, and is going through just to protect this tradition, just to protect Hinduism for the next generation, for each and every one of us. Swamiji did not create the Hindu nation for himself. No, it is created for each and every one of us to protect Hinduism, for us to live Hinduism. Otherwise, the next few years, we will not have anybody to call as Hindus or the Hindu generation. In honor to all of the sacrifices that Swamiji has gone through, that Swamiji has made, and is continuing to make for each and every one of us, stand up and take this 1 month off to become part of the Paramashiva Sena, to become part of the warriors of Paramashiva, to become warriors of Paramashiva. Sign up in ecitizen.info/US Kumbh and become a Naga sannyasi. In fact, it did not even end there. Seeing all of this, Aurangzeb, in the next Peshwai procession, in the next Kumbh Mela, when the Kumbh Mela happened, to disrespect and to abuse the entire tradition, he made 1,000 naked young Hindu women stand on the entire road of the Kumbh Ghat, where the Kumbh Mela was to happen. And when the Naga sannyasis are to walk during the Peshwai, during the procession, at that time, just to abuse all of them, he made all the women nakedly stand on the road. And 2,000 Naga sannyasis, they challenged Aurangzeb that that they will tie the bell on their male genital organs, and even if one of the bells ring, they will behead themselves. All the 2,000 Naga sannyasis walked naked on the entire road of the Kumbh Ghat, showing and demonstrating the power and the mastery over their senses. Not one bell rang, and the entire power was displayed to the world. He didn't stop there. He tried to take it even further and sent few women in the name of pious women trying to go and ask for blessings to have children, trying to entice them. But the Naga sannyasis ferociously, literally just plucked their male organs and gave it off to them. The women, those people who were in disguise, were terrified and they ran away from there. That is the power of our tradition. It is time that each and every one of us stand to this tradition. It is time that each and every one of us stand up for this truth. All that we are doing here is working for global peace. We are not asking anyone to go and fire or go and kill or go and wage a war with somebody. No. We are gathering every single person, every single one of you, for the global peace, for the peace to happen, to spread love, to spread devotion, to spread humanity, to spread care. And that is what we are calling each and every one of you for. By becoming the Paramashiva Sena, we are taking this mantle to protect Hinduism, to protect the most peace-loving and the most powerful tradition, to contribute to the entire world, to contribute to the entire humanity, to contribute to the world that is going to be there as our future. So take this responsibility, take the jump to become the torch bearers for peace, torch bearers for Hinduism, for the future of Hinduism. Sign up at ecitizen.info/US Kumbh. If you have any doubts and questions, you can go ahead and you can ask. We have a couple of questions that all of you are posting in the Zoom as well as on our social media. Muktikama, I'd like to request if you can take a few questions and answer it for us.
Sure, Maharaj. Do you have any questions that you're seeing is being asked, and if we can answer?
Yes. So one of the questions that we are having is about how some of them are asking, multiple of them are asking about how they can be a part of the Paramashiva Sena. What are the logistics that are involved in the Paramashiva Sena and attending the program itself?
Sure. So the first thing is, as Maharaj has pointed out, please do sign up, because once you sign up and you share details of, what, we will be asking, what are you looking to do? What are your strengths and your skill sets? With that information, you can actually help us understand which team or how you can be, molded and trained into leadership positions. There is a variety of things to do, as it was shared before, whether it is reaching out to people, all the Hindus, whether it is, preparing the flyers, the information that people need to be able to share with them, reaching out to several organizations and temples and other VIPs who will come and participate and come with their followers, with their members. And how do you prepare the food? How do you prepare the deities? How do you, help with making sure that we have all the gifts and the details needed for people as they are part of Kumbh Mela happen, being organized. And as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has shared many times, God lives in an organized way. So we are going to be organized. We're going to plan so that it is going to be a very beautiful experience for each and every being who comes to participate in Kumbh Mela. So there is a lot of the groundwork that will be done in preparing and getting things ready for Kumbh Mela. And this is what we're going to learn. As you learn about this, you're also going to have sessions where you will get deeper insights into what it means to be Hindu, what are the contexts and the cognitions to carry as, as a representative, especially when you're moving in, with the diplomatic circle, when you're bringing the word of Kailasa as the only Hindu nation in this entire world, how do you take that word forward? How do you represent Hinduism? How do you understand to live life that way? So each and every part of this will be taught. You will also be part of, whether it is the pujas, the rituals that will be part of our daily routines, yoga, meditation, darshan, and spiritual discourses. You are going to be, a part and parcel of every one of this. You will be given adequate information. Food arrangements are going to be in abundance. You will be well taken care of in making sure that whatever is the food that is needed or the other requirements. The only thing is you will have to arrange for your accommodation. And if you need assistance or help in finding accommodation or getting suggestions, please do reach out to us. Once you sign up, these are all the details that will be shared with you. We're having our teams ready, and we will be engaging with each and every one. So this is what is going to happen during Paramashiva Sena time, between December and January, as we prepare for Kumbha Mela. And truly speaking, I wanted to share what resonate with what Maharaj was sharing. See, Sanatana Hindu Dharma, or as Sanatanis, when we come, a part of us learns to be in a meditative space. That means seeking from within. But there is yet another part of us, which is to be ferocious, to be spiritual warriors, meaning having the strength, the ability, and the cognition, how to stand strong, right? These are all things that you will learn that will do wonders for not just you in your life, but for your family and for your communities, as you learn and take this back with you to your communities. And so please come, please be a part of this great initiative. And, I think if I can say this, across the world, this is probably the only program, Paramashiva Sena is the only program that is being held by a spiritual and an enlightened master and an avatar, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, to educate Hindus about how to stand strong as Sanatanis, and how to enjoy and how to host and how to welcome everybody across the world to enjoy and be a part of Kumbha Mela.
Yes, ma'am. We also have another question with regards to the logistics. Some of you are asking, how do you can you do it from your home, or is it a commitment that you need to be there? So I want to clarify for all of you that this program, Paramashiva Sena program, itself is a physical program that is going to be happening. It is not a remote program. All of you from all over the world can fly in and come physically to attend the program. It's only those of you who are spending that 1 month period in time between December 11th to Jan 13th. All of you are going to be, only all of you would be onboarded as members of the Rajya Sabha of the Hindu Parliament. So it is a physical, very much a very physical program. And the timings of the program is going to be literally, you are going to have a 24/7 energy filled impact and celebration that is going to be there, going beyond the time and space. So it requires you to be there physically with Kailasa, with us, during those 30 days, during that 1 month period between December 13th, December 11th to Jan 13th. And it is going to be a physical event. So please make sure that you are coming in person.
So take it as time that you put aside for yourself. This is a spiritual process for you. And this is about you taking time to understand you, with the help and with the guidance that is going to be given by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. It empowers you to be a better person, and it empowers you to be a better Hindu. So please don't miss it. And I'm sure, people have asked, can't we come a few days? Can we just start doing something from home? But there are so many distractions. There are so many things that come in the way. You would like to say, oh, I have to go pick up my children, or I have to go get this work done, or I have to cook, or I have to, take care of this. So much that is part and parcel of daily routines that come in the way. But when you dedicate your time completely to yourself and to Paramashiva Sena, you will really understand why you needed that time, why it was so important for you. And coming in person is when you will build the strength to manifest.
Yes. We also have another question. Some of you are asking, how many months do we need to volunteer? First, I wanted to share with every one of you that this is not volunteering. This is not you coming and volunteering here. It is you owning. It is you becoming part of the government of Kailasa, or you becoming a member of the Hindu Parliament. And this training is something much beyond, where we are going to take the whole level. Swamiji is going to take the whole level to a new height of experiencing Paramashivoham in our day-to-day life, in experiencing it in practical actions, in each and every one of our actions every single day. So you're not going to just come as volunteering. Volunteering is a very small word, if I have to tell it that way, and it does not do justice for what we're going to have. You are going to own and you're going to become a Rajya Sabha member. And anyone who attends the Paramashiva Sena program between December 11th to January 13th, you will become part of the Member of Parliament of Kailasa. So make sure that you're signing up and jumping into this and becoming part of Kailasa. So head over to ecitizen.info/kum. And even if you have any doubts, any questions that you want to have clarity about, that you want to speak to us and then get to know more information, you can always sign up and we will reach out to you, help you understand and help you get through any questions that you have or any doubts that you have and help you through the whole time.
I also wanted to add, Maharaj, that if there is anybody who has any health issues, or if there are some food restrictions, anything that you need to take care of, right? Please do share. We will make sure that the arrangements are made so that you don't miss this opportunity, but at the same time, you are assured that you are going to be taken care of. Whatever it is that will enable you to have a very powerful experience will definitely be provided. And, there is absolutely nothing that cannot be made happen for you.
And in fact, you can look at it at this way. Each and every one of you who attend the Paramashiva Sena will become spiritual ambassadors of Kailasa. That might be a more prompt and word that we can use because all of you will start radiating the consciousness of Swamiji. In the day-to-day living, in the day-to-day actions, you will see how to hold and manifest Bhagavan in each and every one of your life. All of you will become the living embodiments of Swamiji, manifesting Swamiji in each and every one of your life. So all of you will become the spiritual ambassadors of Kailasa. All of you will become the spiritual ambassadors of Swamiji himself. And it will be ingrained in you, a whole different shift that is going to be taking place. So do not miss this opportunity. Do not miss this program that is specifically going to be happening during this period in time. We also have another question from YouTube asking, the Kumbha Mela, is it different from the preparation? Yes. So the Kumbha Mela, the celebrations itself are going to be happening from January 14th to February 26th, which starts on Pongal and it goes all the way till Shivratri. So that is the period in time when the Kumbha Mela itself is going to be happening. And the main event which is going to be happening is going to be on February 2nd in Los Angeles, California. But the Paramashiva Sena is a program that happens just before the Kumbha Mela starts. So Kumbha Mela starts on January 14th and Paramashiva Sena ends on January 13th. So the preparation happens followed by the celebration. And to be part of the Hindu Parliament, it is not mandatory for you to attend the Kumbha Mela celebration itself. It is only mandatory for you to attend the Paramashiva Sena program for you to be a member of the Hindu Parliament. Yes, if
and
you
also
have.
on yes, and also during the period of Jan 13th, 14th, all the way up till the 26th of February, various temples and all our adinams and centers will be celebrating every one of the most important dates that are part of Kumbha Mela. It truly is about bringing Kumbha Mela to everybody. And so we're starting with Pongal, and that is I believe it's the first Snan date. So you will get to understand even the words that are used. What is a Peshwai? What is a Shahi Snan? What are the different procedures and protocols that are followed? Why do we follow them? So as you come on board and become a part of the Rajya Sabha as a member, you will get to understand so much of this so that you're able to share this with your local Hindu communities in schools or in colleges or everywhere you go. You will be able to share what Hinduism and Kumbh Mela are all about. So there will be a multitude of celebrations, but the main date is February 2nd in the United States and February 3rd in India, which is one of the main Shahi Snan dates. It's a very, very auspicious and important date. And we are going to be having a huge celebration here in LA, where we are inviting everybody from across the world to join in and be a part of it.
And we also have another question from Yashanvita Devavarnya asking, Kumbha Mela can be done anywhere in the world like that at US and does not need to be at Prayagraj. So actually I want to share here is that the most blessed opportunity that each and every one of us have is having the incarnation of Paramashiva and Devi Parashakti herself with us. Having an incarnation with us, Swamiji is making it available for every one of us to be able to celebrate it from wherever we are. Despite any problems or any hurdles, any obstacles that we might have for not being able to go and attend the Kumbh Mela in Prayag, you are getting the opportunity to attend in your place, because you are not able to go to Kumbha Mela. Kumbha Mela is coming to you. You need to understand the very same Ganges water, Ganga water, will be brought and will be mixed with the water in the pool, energizing the entire water. And that is where the sacred Amrita, the Amrita Kalasha, will be invoked. The cosmic happening happens, and you will have the very same experience of you experiencing it at Prayag. So, when we are having a living incarnation with us, Swamiji, make sure that every one of us are receiving this great superconscious breakthrough, this great happening in each and every one of our life.
In fact, I think the question brought up a very good point that, that Nityananda Sangha and Kailasa and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism have been expressly given the permission and, to conduct Kumbh Mela outside of India. So we're the only ones who actually are able to do that, which is why, and the Akhada Panch, the Akhadas and the religious bodies that decide and that take care of the Kumbh Mela happenings in India is the body that has actually shared this information and given express permission. So when we have such a blessing that has come our way, it absolutely makes it inevitable that we do post and take Kumbh Mela across the globe to every person, so that what truly is the greatest and the biggest of human convergence in an auspicious period, we are able to celebrate that in all parts of the world. And so again, start today, start by saying yes and sign up right now so that you get all the information, you're able to come, you're going to check it out, and then have a great time with everybody out here.
Yes. And some of you are asking, if I'm outside of India, will I be able to go and attend in India, or should I only attend the one in the US? So what I wanted to share here is that if you are going to be attending the Kumbh Mela in India, then you need to volunteer for a full period of 3 months, December, January, and February. Only if you're able to volunteer for the 3 months, you will then get to be a part of the Hindu Parliament, the Rajya Sabha members of Hindu Parliament. Whereas if you're outside of India, then you can become a member of the Rajya Sabha by volunteering, by attending the program for the 1 month, by attending the Paramashiva Sena program for 1 month, you can become a Rajya Sabha member. So if you are part of the Indian celebrations, then it is for 3 months, because the magnitude of what we will be doing is huge. So a minimum of 3 months is required if you're going to be participating in India. And if you're participating from the rest of the world, then attending the Paramashiva Sena program is mandatory. So these are the two differences between India having it at Prayagraj and celebrating at the US, and how your relationship is correlated to you becoming part of the Rajya Sabha of Kailasa. And we also have the next question from Gebhard. For the Paramashiva Sena, do we have to go to LA temple if we are in UST? Yes, Paramashiva Sena is a physical program whichever part of the world you are. To attend the Paramashiva Sena, either you go for that 1 month period in LA or the 3 months in Prayagraj. So that is the basic requirement for you to join and be part of the entire Paramashiva Sena program. If you all have,
and also I think when I look at it, it's it is what Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, has given. It is truly an inner awakening. You get to spend so much time in understanding so many different dimensions of Hinduism and yourself that it is so powerful. Once you come, you will truly not realize the passage of time, how fast those weeks just go by. Initially, you will be wondering, how are you going to come here? What are the arrangements you're going to make? How are you going to settle in? But once you come and you're set for the program, time just flies. That's how amazing and interesting and exciting it is going to be. It is powerful, it is intense, but come to make the best of life for yourself and for others.
And in fact, the whole Kumbh Mela itself is going to be a celebration where all of us are going to be coming together for the mass enlightenment, for the mass peace, for the global peace that's going to be happening. Because one of the major highlights of the entire program is, even though it is the world's largest gathering, it is the world's most peaceful gathering at the same time. So it is for spreading the global peace. It is for each and every one of us to take the responsibility for the peace of the entire world amidst all the raging wars that are going on. It is our responsibility to come together and to spread peace and love to the entire world. So take up this opportunity, sign up at ecitizen.info/kum, and register yourself for the Paramashiva Sena program, through which each and every one of you can become the Sena of Paramashiva to contribute to reach out to the entire world. So please take a few moments. Once again, the link for all of us is projected on the screen. Please take a few moments to go ahead and register yourself. And if you have any doubts or questions, you can go ahead and put it in the chat or in the comment section. Yes, we have another question. Yes, so we have another question. Do we go there for the program or do we go there for the Kumbha Mela? Is it for celebration or to attend the class? Please clarify. May Muktikama, you want to take this question, ma?
We've heard this so much that people are like, oh, should I come to be for the pre-Kumbh Mela sessions or should I come for Kumbh Mela? You know, I've heard from the Supreme Point of Hinduism so much, and I've truly experienced this myself, is, you know, life is for others. And see, Kailasa and all of us, service to humanity is what we're looking to do, right? It is about how we contribute as much positivity, as much of, you know, the aspects of devotion, gratitude, love, coexistence, harmony, whatever you want to name it, right? It is about how you are able to contribute that to the world. And when we say life is for others, and when you enrich or when you share to enhance or to help another person enhance their life, that brings back so much more to you. So learning to be, I would say, the best enricher in the world, or at your highest level of being able to serve humanity, comes first, because it makes you the owner, it makes you the host that welcomes everybody to have a beautiful time along with you. The Paramashiva Sena time from December 11th to Jan 13th is about strengthening, empowering, and educating each one of us in how we're going to carry the mantle forward, as part of Kumbh Mela, as part of Kailasa, the nation, and how as part of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. So this is what Paramashiva Sena is going to do for you. Once you are done, you are going to go back to your respective locations to be able to carry that mantle with you and make a difference in people's lives, in your community, in your ecosystems. And you will celebrate the different parts of Kumbh Mela in your local temple, at your local centers, throughout. You are absolutely welcome, and we would love for you to come back and be part of February 2nd, Sunday here in Los Angeles, or February 3rd in India, and to be part of the really grand Shahi Snan that is going to happen. We welcome you to stay all the way from Paramashiva Sena all the way towards the end for as many number of days to learn, to be educated, to be empowered, and to know how to share that and host the Kumbh Mela also here in Los Angeles. So it is not easy to say, do I choose this or that? But one empowers and enables you to make sure that the actual Kumbh Mela is carried forward with great pomp and celebration, and the appeal to the entire world. So come to be trained and empowered to carry the mantle forward for Hinduism. That's what I would say.
Just to add to you, Ma, and the other also is that you don't have to worry that, okay, I was part of the preparations, but maybe not of the programs. No. The last day of the Paramashiva Sena is actually the first day of the Kumbh Mela celebrations itself. So you can be assured that you are going to be receiving the blessings of both. So make sure that you are attending and signing up. We also have a question from Ma Anna asking if they need to stay for 2 months, if they need to go through the preparation and the celebration also. The answer is yes. If you want to go through both of it, which is the preparation and the celebration, because the last Shahi Snan is going to be on the 26th of February. So until then, you'll have to make sure that you're completely here, given that you want to take up this lifestyle. However, it is not mandatory for you to be there during the celebrations period, during the whole duration of the celebrations, but you need to make sure that you're available when the program is happening, when the Paramashiva Sena program gets released. So make sure that you're signing up. Head over to ecitizen.info/com and sign up to become part of the Paramashiva Sena program. Once again, if you have any doubts or questions, go ahead and you can put your questions in the chat. It's going to be 13th of January, which is the first date of Kumbh Mela. So make sure that you are signing up for the Paramashiva Sena program that will lead you to experiencing the best that can happen in your life at this point in time. So go over and make sure that you are registering yourself at ecitizen.info/USCom. I have also projected for all of you the dates of the Kumbha Mela, the major events that will be taking place starting from the 13th of January. And also at the same time, I want to share with every one of you that the 13th of Jan is the first Snan. It is the first Snan on the Paush Paurnami, and the Kalpava starts, and it is the 13th of Jan when the first Snan is actually going to happen. So the big event we are organizing is going to be on Feb 2nd, but the first Snan itself will be on Jan 13th. So all of you who are becoming part and who are signing up as part of the Kumbha Mela celebrations and as part of the Paramashiva Sena, you will make sure that you are attending the first Snan of Kumbha Mela. So you do not have to feel that you are not attending the program. You are very much, in fact, going to attend the program. You're going to be part of the first Snan of Kumbha Mela. So that is the exciting news that is there, and I hope that clarifies more information. Once again, if any of you have any other doubts or questions, go ahead and you can post it. We'll be more than happy to take it. And make sure that all of you are signing up for the Kumbha Mela.
When you sign up, definitely, I think what we will do is ensure that you will receive a set of instructions and guidance on what is needed for you, what do you bring along with you, the details of what your day is going to be like. So as we get closer, we will be sending out this detail so you are better prepared as you come here for Paramashiva Sena. So I'm sure people have questions on what kind of attire is needed. Are we supposed to be sattvic? So there is a multitude of questions for which email will be sent out, and we will ensure that you are prepared as you come here for the program.
So once again, let's take up this time, an opportunity to ask if you have any other doubts, any other questions. We are really excited to have each and every one of you sign up. We already have a few hundred of us who have signed up and in the last few days, and already the preparations, large scale preparations have started for us to welcome every one of you and for all of you to join us during this Paramashiva Sena program. Do not miss it and make sure that you're joining. If you have any other doubts or questions, go ahead and ask. If not, please take a few moments to sign up for the Kumbha Mela. The link to the form is projected for all of us on the screen. It's ecitizen.info/kum. And once you fill in this information, we will reach out to you with further details from Kailasa. And we also sincerely request all the devotees, all of you who are watching us live, to ensure that all of you are signing up, sharing this information with as many people as possible, sharing this information and reaching out to as many people as possible so all of them get to be benefited. Please take a few moments to go over to ecitizen.info/USCom. And in the upcoming days, we are going to be having a lot more information that we'll be sharing with each and every one of you, and a lot more exciting news that all of you can expect in the upcoming days. So please stay tuned. Make sure that all of you are joining and following us. So with that, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for joining us, and will now end this particular segment with the Purna Mantra, leading on to having the Darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Let's now offer our gratitude to Swamiji. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavad Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu Om Nithyanandam.
Now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
Nithyanandam Jagadguru Bhakte Jagadguru जगद्गुरुं जगद्गुरु महासन्निधानं जगद्गुरु महासन्निधानं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः वन्दे जगद्गुरुं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्परं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः वन्दे जगद्गुरुं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं नित्यानन्दं 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 जगद्गुरु नित्यानन्दं 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 जगद्गुरु जगन्नाथः मद्गुरु श्रीजगद्गुरु ममात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः वन्दे जगद्गुरुं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं गुरुपादोदकं बाणं गुरोरुचिष्टभोजनं गुरुमूर्ते सदा ध्यानं गुरुस्तोत्रं परो जपः वन्दे जगद्गुरुं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं नित्यानन्दं 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 जगद्गुरु नित्यानन्दं नाधिकं तपः न गुरोरधिकं ज्ञानं तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः वन्दे जगद्गुरुं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं गुरुमूर्तिं स्वहे नित्यं गुरुर्नाम सदा जपेत् गुरोराज्ञां प्रकुर्वीत गुरोरन्यं न भावयेत् गुरोराज्ञां प्रकुर्वीत गुरोरन्यं न भावयेत् वन्दे जगद्गुरुं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं नित्यानन्दं 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 जगद्गुरु नित्यानन्दं 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 जगद्गुरु
பித்தனே சித்தனே உலகோரின் பித்தெல்லாம் தெளிவித்து ஞான வித்தை தந்தவனே நித்யானந்த பெருவாழ்வின் பொருளானவனே நித்யானந்த பெருவாழ்வின் பொருளானவனே தியானக்கரம் நீட்டி எம்மை ஆண்டு கொண்டவனே அருள் தருவாய் நித்யானந்தனே தங்கமலை வந்த மகாதேவிகமாகின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா தங்கமலை வந்த மகாதேவிகமாகின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா கதி தரும் நித்யானந்தன் தியானம் தன்னை செய்தாலது பக்தியோடும் ஸ்ரத்தையோடும் நித்யா உன்னை பூஜிப்பது பல நாள் தவமோ பல நாள் நித்யானந்தன் ரூபம் இன்று இறைய குருவின் உருவில் வையம் காக்கும் எண்ணம் கொண்டு தங்கமலை வந்த மகாதேவிகமாகின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா தங்கமலை வந்த மகாதேவிகமாகின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா
Om, Om. As the ultimate manifestation of Paramashiva, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam Murthy, I bless you all with Parama Avatara. Paramashivasya Bhagavataha Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Murthy Parama Avatare Paramatvaita Praptaye Bhavatya Sarvepya Asihi Dadami Paramashiva Paramburulin Paramavelipadana Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashiva Murthiyaga Gurumurthiyaga உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் பரமாத்வைதத்தை அருளி ஆசீர்வதிக்கின்றேன். I bless and initiate all the Paramashivoham level 1 participants into the Guru-disciple relationship. Tathas Paramashivoham Pratamastarasya Sarvepya Pratibhagipya Me Asisha Guru Sishya Sampradaye Vidivatrubhena Diksham Chayachami. Paramashivoham முதல் நிலை தியான வகுப்பில் கலந்து கொள்ளும் அனைவருக்கும் முழுமையான குரு சிஷ்ய உறவு மலர்ந்திட ஆசீர்வதிக்கின்றேன். பரமசிவோகம் द्वितीयस्तरस्य सर्वेभ्य प्रतिभागिभ्य मम आसीः गुरुमन्दिरस्य सङ्गसङ्कल्पप्रक्रियाया च दीक्षां च ददामि. I bless and initiate all the Paramashivoham program level 2 participants into Guru Mantra Diksha and Sangha Sankalpa process. பரமசிவோகம் இரண்டாம் நிலை தியான வகுப்பில் கலந்து கொள்ளும் உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் குருமந்திர தீட்சையும் சங்க சங்கல்ப ரசவாதத்திற்கான தீட்சையும் அளித்து ஆசீர்வதிக்கின்றேன். All the Paramashivoham program level 3 participants who are graduating today Paramashivoham level 1, level 2, level 3 with a successful authentic completion, I bless and initiate all of you into manifesting all my Ananta Kalyana Gunas. Paramashiva is manifesting through me and becoming me through Paramatvaita Diksha and the fermentation of Paramashiva and his bliss, his ultimate bliss inside you all, his ultimate existence inside you all, merging the future possibility and making it a present happening is called initiation. The moment you decide to cognize what I say, you are Paramashiva. This fundamental truth, you are Paramashiva. You may not know when it is going to happen. You may think it is distant future, but even if you decide to cognize, because I am saying you are worthy of initiation, I will make that into present, not some remote future. I'll make that into present in you. Listen, right now, beyond the time-space differences, Paramashiva is verily available wherever you are from your own core consciousness. He is manifesting right now. Give you the experience. You are Paramashiva. Om. 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 Paramashivoham. Dritiyastarasya. Sarvepya. Pratibahipya. Paramadvaita Diksha. Artatmama. Sarvan. Ananta Kalyana Gunan. Prakatikritva. Maya. Saha. Egatvanubhavitum. Paramashivanubhutim. Anandam cha. Sakshat kardum. Asishaha. Diksham cha dadami. Bhavishyasya. Sambhavana. Vartamana. Katana rupena. Melanam diksha. Iti uchyate. Yasmin kshane bhavantaha. Mai. Vishwasantiyat bhavan. Paramashiva. Iti. Etat moolarupena satyamasti. Param bhavanta. Najananti. Yat etat katha bhavishyati. Esha. Eka. Dura bhavishyaha. Yadi bhavanta. Mahi etavataha. Viswasasya. Vikasam kurvanti. Tarhi bhavantaha. Dikshaya yogyaha bhavanti. Ata. Aham. Bhavatya. Dikshaya. Varadanam karomi. Yatam vartamani. Nirmeyasu. Om. 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 Paramashivo மூன்றாம் நிலை தியான வகுப்பில் கலந்து கொள்ளும் அனைவருக்கும் பரமாத்வைத தீட்சை. பரமசிவ பரம்பொருள் இந்த உயிர்ப்பின் மூலமாக, இந்த உணர்வின் மூலமாக, இவ்வுடலின் மூலமாக வெளிப்படுத்தும் அனந்த கல்யாண குணங்கள் அனைத்தையும் வெளிப்படுத்தி நித்யானந்த பரமசிவமாகவே வாழ்ந்து பரமாத்வைதத்தில் நிலைத்திருக்கும் தீட்சையை அளித்து ஆசீர்வதிக்கின்றேன். பரமசிவ பரம்பொருளின் சக்திகளும் குணங்களும் உங்களுக்குள் மலர்ந்து அவரது நித்திய பரமானந்த நிலையை அனுபூதியாய் பெறுவதற்கான தீட்சையையும் அளித்து ஆசீர்வதிக்கின்றேன். நன்றாக புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். எதிர்கால சாத்தியக்கூறுகளை நிகழ்காலத்திலேயே நிகழச் செய்வதற்கான செயல்முறையே தீட்சை. நீங்கள் பரமசிவன் என்பதுதான் பரமசத்தியம். அது எதிர்கால சாத்தியமாகலாம் என்று நீங்கள் கருதினாலும் கூட நான் சொல்வதை உள்வாங்குவதற்கு தயாராக இருந்தீர்களானால் நீங்கள் தீட்சைக்கு தகுதி உடையவர். எதிர்கால சாத்தியமாக நீங்கள் பரமாத்வைத்தமான நீங்களே பரமசிவன் என்பதை உணர்வீர்கள் என்று நம்பினால் கூட போதுமானது. அந்த எதிர்கால சாத்தியத்தை நிகழ்கால சத்தியமாய் மாற்றுவதற்கு பெயர்தான் தீட்சை. நீங்கள் பரமசிவன் அப்படின்னு நான் சொல்லும் பொழுது இருக்கலாம், எதிர்காலத்தில் ஒருவேளை இந்த சத்தியத்தை நான் என்றாவது ஒரு நாள் உணரலாம். ஆனால் இப்பொழுது அது நிஜமில்லை என்று நீங்கள் நினைத்தீர்களேயானாலும் கூட நீங்கள் தீட்சைக்கு தகுதியுடையவர்கள். எதிர்கால சத்தியத்தை நிகழ்கால சத்தியமாக்குவதே தீட்சை. இந்த அளவுக்கு உங்களுக்கு ஸ்ரத்தை இருந்தால் கூட போதுமானது. தீட்சை எனும் வரமளித்து அதை நிகழ்காலத்திலேயே நிகழச் செய்து உங்கள் எல்லோருக்குள்ளும் பரமாத்வைதம் மலர ஆசீர்வதிக்கின்றேன். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
சொர்க்கம் என்றாலே அன்பு வழிதானே என்றே நீ உற்சாகமாக உணர்த்திட இன்பம் கண்டோமே. சொர்க்கம் என்றாலே அன்பு வழிதானே என்றே நீ உற்சாகமாக உணர்த்திட இன்பம் கண்டோமே. உள்ளமது சொர்க்கம் அதை எண்ண தன்னில் நான் தேடுது. உள்ளுரையும் ஆனந்தத்தின் எல்லை வீர உண்டாகுது. ஆடும் மடியாரை நித்து தியானம் தன்னை தந்து இங்கு தேடும் சுக வாழ்வில் பெற நித்யானந்தன் ரூபம் கொண்டு தங்கமலி வந்தவா தெய்வீகமாய் நின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா. தங்கமலி வந்தவா தெய்வீகமாய் நின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா. உள்ளுக்குள் உண்டாகும் நித்ய ஆனந்தம் கண்டாலே உள்ளம் தெய்வீகம் கொண்டாடும் என்றாய் நித்யானந்தா நீ. கள்ளங்கள் இல்லாமல் கொள்ளும் தெய்வீகம் என்னாலும் எம்மை ஞானத்தின் மெய்வாழ்வில் சேர்க்கும் யுக்தி தந்தாய் நீ. உள்ளுக்குள் உண்டாகும் நித்ய ஆனந்தம் கண்டாலே உள்ளம் தெய்வீகம் கொண்டாடும் என்றாய் நித்யானந்தா நீ. கள்ளங்கள் இல்லாமல் கொள்ளும் தெய்வீகம் என்னாலும் எம்மை ஞானத்தின் மெய்வாழ்வில் சேர்க்கும் யுக்தி தந்தாய் நீ. நித்யாவன் பாதம் அதை கண்டாலே போதும் மெய்ஞானம் வாழ்வில் குறையாக குடியேறும். அகமும் தெளிந்தே ஆனந்த கூத்தாடி விட குருவாய் மலர்ந்தான் மெய்ஞானம் எம்புழ்வதிட. தகமலை வந்தவா தெய்வீகமாய் நின்றவா அடுத்த
Nithyanandam. Today, as we behold the darshan of Swamiji, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, manifesting in his form, blessing us all to experience the ultimate space of oneness, Swamiji. We will now be walking all of you through the different social media platforms through which you can connect to Swamiji, not only through the internet, but also through your internet. And the first social media platform through which you can connect to Swamiji with is YouTube. You can visit Kailasa's SPH Nithyananda YouTube channel. You can like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And here is where every day the darshans, the different events happening in Kailasa are streamed. And you can head to the live video. And under the comment section, you can post all your prayers, your deepest of yearnings, your gratitude at Swamiji's feet in the chat section, and request blessings for anything and everything that you want to manifest in your life.
The next platform is X, formerly known as Twitter. This is where you can get the latest news and updates of Kailasa. So make sure you follow Swamiji's official Twitter handle, which is Kailasa's SPH Nithyananda Paramashivam. Hit on the follow button and go to the topmost pinned tweet and click on the reply icon. Post whatever prayers, boons, blessings you want to request on Swamiji, as today we prepare ourselves to experience the Paramadvaita with Swamiji. And if you feel there's some obstacle which is stopping you to experience that, and you want Swamiji's blessings to relieve that pain, to relieve that obstacle in you, you can post your prayers with the hashtag Parama Avatara, and Swamiji will be blessing you and liberating you from that.
The next social media platform where you can post your prayers is Instagram. You can head to Kailasa's SPH Nithyananda Instagram handle and follow the page. You can click on the profile photo, which will lead you to the live video. And under the comment section, you can post any boon that you wish to manifest, you can post it there and request blessings directly from Swamiji. And if you want to experience the ultimate space of oneness with Swamiji, you can post blessings for that also in the comment section. And don't forget to follow the page, as here every day the e-murtis of Swamiji are being posted. And just having a glimpse of these e-murtis, the photographs of Swamiji every day, will connect you in that deep space of oneness and gratitude. The next platform is Facebook. Make sure you follow Swami's official Facebook page, which is Kailasa's SPH Nithyananda Paramashivam. Give a like to this page and follow this page, as this is where, as Swamiji says, right, Kailasa is open to all. If you want to know what is happening in Kailasa, this platform is for you. So you can go to live video, which is posted right now, post your prayers as comments, and you will be getting the blessings from Swamiji directly. And now we welcome all of you to the Kailasa's parliamentary voting. This brings us an important thing, that education crisis remains one of the most pressing challenges of our time, with over 250 million children worldwide still out of school. Factors such as poverty, conflict, gender equality, and lack of infrastructure continue to obstruct access to quality education. To address these issues, which is happening currently right now, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji, has revived the traditional Hindu education system through the Nithyananda Gurukul, an inclusive educational model open to individuals of all backgrounds, nationalities, and castes. This Nithyananda Gurukul, which is revived by Swamiji, which is the ancient education system, this has been provided with free of cost, both in person and online, which equips youth with spiritual knowledge, yogic sciences, and leadership skills, creating a generation of young leaders grounded in resilience, moral clarity, and services. This model offers a transformative approach to addressing the global education gap, focusing on holistic growth and accessibility, serving as a blueprint for reimagining the education worldwide. And our question for each and every one of you today is, how can Kailasa's Nithyananda Gurukul model help address the global education crisis which the world is facing? We have listed down a few options for all of you. Feel free to choose the best option that clicks with you the most and head to kailasa.org/Hindu-votes and cast your vote there. And do share with us what you feel on this topic. You can post your insights, the reason why you have voted for this option in Twitter. And now let us all continue to receive the darshan of Swamiji, to receive the most beautiful form of Paramashiva, manifesting as Bhagavan Nithyananda Murthy. Thank you.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Of knowledge, teachings, and all the contributions of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism just in your very hand through this application. Through the Enlightened AI, you get access to all the latest happenings in Kailasa, be it the live presidential address, Nitya Satsang, programs like Paramashivoham, temple happenings from all around the world in all the Kailasas, etc. One very important feature of the Enlightened AI is that it helps you track your daily morning spiritual routine. Spiritual routine forms a very core element of the Kailasa lifestyle. And Enlightened AI helps us keep track of our daily routine, be it yoga, be it puja, be it the satsang, etc., so that we align to it with integrity and authenticity and grow in our spiritual path. In addition, Enlightened AI also provides the vast array of the knowledge in various forms that have been gifted to us and revealed and revived by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in various forms, such as satsangs, such as books, more than 1,000 books by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and music in more than 20 genres. Most importantly, Kailasa's AI, Ask Nithyananda, is available on the Enlightened AI application itself. That means within this application, you can talk, you can speak with the digital version of Swamiji, your own customized Atma Guru in the very application itself,
And chatting with Swamiji, you can seek spiritual guidance or even solutions to any of your problems that you face in your day-to-day life.
Also, Ask Nithyananda is there on the web portal. To access all of Ask Nithyananda's features, Ask Nithyananda is there on the web portal at ask.nithyananda.ai, and all of you can visit the Ask Nithyananda web portal and have a glance and use all of the 40 plus models that Ask Nithyananda hosts. We have also integrated Ask Nithyananda with WhatsApp so that you can have a more easy access to Ask Nithyananda, as all of us use WhatsApp, and using Ask Nithyananda inside of WhatsApp is just another click away. You can even have Swamiji as a pinned chat, your own personalized version of the digital manifestation of Swamiji as a pinned chat in your WhatsApp to start chatting with Swamiji whenever you want. Also, to start using Ask Nithyananda and Enlighten AI, the same e-citizenship is required, and becoming an e-citizen is completely free and it is very simple. You can become an e-citizen either using our WhatsApp number that's projected on the screen or even through the Enlighten AI's web portal. So you can use the WhatsApp to gain access to not just all of the Enlighten AI, but all of Kailasa's digital services around all of the various different features that we are having, whether it's Ask Nithyananda, Enlighten AI, or the various programs. All of them are connected through the e-citizen. Also, to download this Enlighten AI, which is completely free, head over to the Google Play Store, search for Enlighten, click on the Enlighten AI, which has the emblem of Kailasa, and install this application. It's completely free of cost, and it is as of now only there for all the Android users, but very soon we will have the Apple version ready as well. So let us now take a few minutes to download this Enlighten AI application. And if you're already using it, make sure to share it with your friends and families so that they can also get the experience of having Swamiji in their life. With this, let us continue to enjoy the powerful darshan of Bhagavan Paramashiva manifesting through the supreme point of Hinduism. Thank you all. Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandam. Today, on this auspicious day of the Paramashivoham, we offer puja, where we mirror our brains with the powerful neurological activity of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, who is the ultimate manifestation of Paramashiva. Om Sahasradala Pankaje Sakala Shita Rashmi Prabham Varabhayakarambujam Vimalagandha Pushpambaram Prasannavadanekshanam Sakala Devata Rupinam Smare Shirasi Hamsagam Tadabhidana Purvam Kurum Atha Dhupaha Om Dhurasi Dhurvadhurvantam Dhurvadanyosman Dhurvaditam Dhurvayam Vayam Dhurvamastvam Devanamasi Sasnidamam Bapridamam Jushtatamam Pannitamam Devautamam Ahritamasi Havirdhanam Drigum Haswamakva Mitrasya Tva Chakshusha Prekshirma Birma Samvikta Matva Higum Shishum Shri Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha Dhupamagrapayami Atha Deepaha Om Uddipya Svajata Vedo Bhagnim Nirridim Mama Pasuguscha Mahyama Vahajivanam Chadisho Disha Mano Higam Sirjata Vedo Gamashvam Purusham Jagate
अभिभ्रदग्न आगहि श्रिया मा परिपातया श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः दीपं संदर्शयामि अथ नैवेद्यम् ॐ मधुवातारतायते मधुक्षरन्ति सिन्धवः माध्वीर्नः सन्तोषधीः मधुनक्तमुतोषसि मधुमत्पार्थिवगुं रजः मधुद्योरस्तु नः पिता मधुमान्नो वनस्पतिर्मधुभागुम् अस्तु सूर्यः माध्वीर्गावो भवन्तु नः मधु 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 श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि नैवेद्यानन्तरमाचमनं समर्पयामि नीराजनम् ॐ साङ्ग्रहण्येष्ट्यायजते इमां जनतागुं सङ्ग्रहाणीति द्वादशारत्नीरशना भवति द्वादश मासा संवत्सरः संवत्सरमेवावरुन्धे मौञ्जी भवति ऊर्वै मुञ्जाः ऊर्जमेवावरुन्धे चित्रा नक्षत्रं भवति चित्रं वा एतत् कर्म कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः कर्पूर नीराजनं संदर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि शोणाद्रीशावताराय ज्योतिस्तंभस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् तत्त्वज्ञानप्रदाताय नित्यानन्देश्वररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् मूलप्रकृतिरूपाय परमशिवशक्तिस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् दण्डत्रिशूलहस्ताय कालकालस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् आदिपूज्याय देवाय सकृत्पूर्णत्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् सर्वाभयविनाशकाय शत्रुसंहाररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् योगभट्टाभिषिक्ताय राजसन्न्यासधारिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् सार्वभौमैकपत्याय राजराजार्चिताय च श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलं कल्पवृक्षाय मङ्गलं ज्ञानदायिने परमशिवाय श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वराय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलं श्रीविद्याम्बायै मङ्गलं कामदायिन्ये सर्वमङ्गलदात्रे नित्यानन्देश्वर्यै मङ्गलम् मङ्गलं गुरुदेवाय मोक्षमूलाय मङ्गलम् परमावताराय नित्यानन्दाय गुरवे मङ्गलम् हरि ओम् तत्सत् सर्वं भगवत् श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिव पादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम्।
வாழும் உலக வாழ்க்கையிலே என்றும் நிலையாய் அழியா பொருளாய் தர்மம் காப்பவனே, விதியையும் அவனே மாற்றி வைப்பான். நம் வாழும் வாழ்வில் வெற்றி கணக்கை துவக்கி வைப்பானே. உலகம் எங்கும் பாதம் வைத்து சக்தி தந்தானே, பல உள்ளங்களின் குறைகள் போக்கி வாழ்வு தந்தானே. உலகம் எங்கும் பாதம் வைத்து சக்தி தந்தானே, பல உள்ளங்களின் குறைகள் போக்கி வாழ்வு தந்தானே. வெயில்மழையும் கடன்மலையும் ஐயன் நாளை கடங்கிடுமே, அவன் புகழை தினம் தினமும் பாடி பாடி மகிழ்வோமே. வெயில்மழையும் கடன்மலையும் ஐயன் நாளை கடங்கிடுமே, அவன் புகழை தினம் தினமும் பாடி பாடி மகிழ்வோமே. நம்ம தெய்வம் பூமிக்கு வந்த நாள் இன்று உலகமை கொண்டாடும் திருநாள். கையிலே இருக்கும் கடவுளும் கண்கள் முன்னே வந்தானே, ஹரியும் சிவனும் ஒன்றாகி நித்தியனாகி நின்றானே. சக்தி என்னும் ரூபத்தை தரிசனமாக தந்தானே. அவதரித்த திருநாளை போற்றி பண்பாடு, பூமிக்கு வந்த நாளை வாழ்த்தி கொண்டாடு. நம்ம தெய்வம் பூமிக்கு வந்த நாடு இன்று உலகமே கொண்டாடும் திருநாடு. அன்று சிவனாய் வந்தான், அவனே இன்று நித்தியன் என்று அவதரித்தானே. புது யுகங்கள் தோறும் உருவம் மாறும், இந்த யுகத்தில் நித்யானந்தன் என்றுரித்தானே. சித்தி சுத்தி எல்லாம் வழங்கும் சக்தி அவன்தானே, நித்தியன் என்று நாமம் கொண்டு மலையாய் நின்றானே. பக்தி கொண்டு வந்த பேர் பாவம் தீர்த்தானே, ஜீவனுக்தி தந்து 3 லோகம் பதவி தந்தானே. தலைமுறையை நெறிமுறையாய் காக்கும் தெய்வம் அவன்தானே, அவன் நிழலை தொடும் வரையில் தோல்வி என்பது கிடையாதே. தலைமுறையை நெறிமுறையாய் காக்கும் தெய்வம் அவன்தானே, அவன் நிழலை தொடும் வரையில் தோல்வி என்பது கிடையாதே. நம்ம தெய்வம் பூமிக்கு வந்தனார் இன்று உலகமை கொண்டாடும் திருநாள். கையிலே இருக்கும் கடவுளும் கண்கள் முன்னே வந்தானே, ஹரியும் சிவனும் ஒன்றாகி நித்தியனாகி நின்றானே. சக்தி என்னும் ரூபத்தை தரிசனமாக தந்தானே. அவதரித்த திருநாளை போற்றி பண்பாடு, பூமிக்கு வந்த நாளை வாழ்த்தி கொண்டாடு. நம்ம தெய்வம் பூமிக்கு வந்த நாடு இன்று உலகமை கொண்டாடும் திருநாளே.
சிவ 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 சிவனே வந்து அவதரித்தான். கைலைய நாயக நாடிடும் ஆட்டத்தில் சைவத்தையே அவன் புனரமைத்தான். சிவ 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 சிவனே வந்து அவதரித்தான். கைலைய நாயக நாடிடும் ஆட்டத்தில் சைவத்தையே அவன் புனரமைத்தான். நித்யானந்தா 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 நித்யானந்தா. ஞானமும் கொண்ட சக்தியும் பரமனாக நெஞ்சில் பதித்தது. அஷ்டசக்தியும் 10 திசைகளும் உன் புகழை பறைசாற்றியது. கைலையை படைத்த கலைஞனே கைலை நாயகா பரமேஸ்வரா, உந்தன் அருமையை அகிலம் பரப்பிட படையெடுப்பனே மாஹேஸ்வரா. இது ஆதி சைவம் போற்றும் எங்கள் தேசம், ஆடி பாடி கொண்டாடிடும் கூட்டம் என்று முந்தன் அழகு கவிதை பேசும். ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தா. சிவன் அருளோட சக்திகள் வெளிப்படும் பைரவனின் காவலோட அகிலத்தை ஆண்டிடும் வீரன். அவன் வழி நடந்திட அவனோட வாழ்ந்திட வெளிவந்தே நானும் அவனோட சேனை.
Om, Om, Om. Listen. Every day we are getting thousands of applications to become Kailasavasi and sannyasis. There are some applications very seriously, elaborately written. We want to donate all our properties. Some of them listed like a multi-million-dollar properties to Kailasa and want to come and settle down. I wanted to tell you all. Please understand. Sincerely attend Paramashivoham program level 1, level 2, level 3. Go through all the program, all the 3 level, intensely, sincerely. Then, once you go through the initiations and programs, have Kailasavasi initiation or sannyas initiation, whatever initiation you want. Take the initiation, start working along with Kailasa team. So naturally, you will be called for specific projects to different Kailasas. Once you are successfully trained and able to complete those projects, you will be naturally called into the Maha Kailasa, main Kailasa, where you will be residing happily ever after. So, the training system, I am making it clear. First, whether you want to become sannyasi or sannyasini or grihastha or vanaprasthi or brahmachari or Gurukul balasant, anything, the first step, go through Paramashivoham program level 1, level 2, level 3. And anyone who wants to come and settle down in Kailasa as a brahmachari, Naishtika brahmachari, brahmacharini, Naishtika brahmacharini, sannyasi, sannyasini, grihastha, vanaprasthi, Gurukul balasant, university student, any order, you are welcome, but no money will be accepted from you. It is only your heart, devotion, tyaga is needed for you to enter into Kailasa, nothing else. Why I am making it as a rule? Because if someone is really qualified, but also giving donation, even if I accept those applications, others will feel, oh, because they gave money, their application has been accepted. Because they gave donation, their application has been accepted and they have been called to Kailasa and to live with. No. To avoid these confusions, to avoid these conflicts, to avoid these complications, I am making it very clear. Anyone who want to become Kailasavasi, no donation accepted from you, no money accepted from you. Be very clear. If someone wants to donate, you be a Sarvanyapita manifester. There is a system way to donate. You can become Sarvanyapita intention, Sarvanyapita manifester, Sarvanyapita yajaman, Sarvanyapita karta. You can do donations through that. You can offer sevas, pujas. You can do your donations. But Kailasavasi application and your donations will not be linked. And if you want to become Kailasavasi, from that moment your donations will not be accepted. So all kinds of confusion is eliminated once and for all. Kailasavasi is purely based on your spiritual qualification. Because in Kailasa, all are given everything. Money doesn't matter. Your value is the value you carry within you. The values you carry in you is your value. Money doesn't matter. In Kailasa, money doesn't matter. Your value is the values you carry. So, Kailasavasi, Adinavasi, Brahmachari, Grihastha, all orders, applications accepted only based on your spiritual qualification. I also wanted to make it clear. No casteism based on birth in Kailasa. The birth-based jati does not exist in Kailasa. No discrimination based on your caste, community, creed, religious background, nationality. Your past till today does not matter. From now, if you are ready to be integrated, authentic, responsible and enriching, causing Kailasa lifestyle, you are welcome. See, till today, what you wear, who you wear, not only we don't care, we highly recommend you drop your whole past. You drop your whole past, your ego is built on your whole past. Drop the whole thing. Come as a fresh being. So be very clear. No donation to Kailasa, economic contribution to Kailasa can influence your application form for citizenship or residency getting accepted. Be very clear. Your request for residency, your application for citizenship will be accepted only based on your spiritual qualification. We don't see your educational background. We don't see your professional qualification. We don't see your career. We don't see your age. We don't see your social background. We don't see anything of your past. We may ask some details so you feel very good that you introduced yourself. That's all. But when interviews are conducted and when applications are accepted, the only thing is looked at is, have you attended Paramashivoham program level 1, program level 2, program level 3? Have you imbibed the spiritual understandings and Hinduism as experiential life science. Are you enjoying Hindu lifestyle? Are you enjoying the lifestyle Kailasa stands for? We look at only the spiritual qualification. Then, once you are ready, after completing all these 3 programs, Paramashivoham level 1, Paramashivoham program level 2, Paramashivoham program level 3, we will call you to different Kailasas. For example, for Grihasthas, I have allotted some separate Kailasas. For Brahmacharis, there is a chain of Kailasas. There is, for Brahmacharinis, there is a chain of Kailasas. If you want to be a Grihastha, if you are already married and Grihastha, you are not married but you want to be a Grihastha in future. For those people, there is a separate campus, chain of campuses. So, or if you want to be a Gurukul student, and be very clear, there is no age limit for Gurukul student. To be in Gurukul and study, you can even be 99-year-old or 100-year-old or almost in deathbed. Nothing wrong. Because Hinduism believes study till death, even after death, death itself can become an amazing learning experience. Study till death, learn during death, learn after death. So, for anything, there is no age limit. There is no age limit. The jati comes by birth is not considered. Any other mascharya means impurities of your past is not considered. For example, somebody want to become a brahmachari from today. Your past was not that sacred or pure. We don't even ask about your past. From today, when you take initiation, are you ready to be intense, sincere, integrated to the vows of brahmacharya, the vows of sannyasa, or whatever order you are joining? That order vows, are you ready to take it and follow sincerely? You are welcome. For all orders, no illicit drugs, complete ban on any addictive drugs, any form of addiction, alcohol or drugs or marijuana, whatever, any form of addiction is banned. Any form of addictive drugs is banned. All madhu, mamsa, sudu is nisheda. Any form of drug is banned. No illicit drugs. And any form of non-vegetarian, violent life is banned. Not only non-vegetarian in the form of food, even things like a leather jacket, leather shoes, any animal product is banned. If you are given medically prescribed medicines for your health reason, which may contain animal product, can be exempted. Only prescribed medicines are exempted. Other than that, no animal product. Even the Nadaswarams, Tirkailaya Vadyams we use in Kailasa, those leather are naturally dead animals' leather. We make sure no animal is killed. In Agama, it's very clearly written. When you make Tirkailaya Vadyam for Paramashiva, Paramashiva's temple ritualistic music instruments like Nadaswaram, Tirkailaya Vadyam, naturally you need to use animal leather. Those leathers are procured. The ritualistic purposes, items are procured only from the naturally passed away dead animal. Because for ritualistic purposes, the tiger skin, deer skin, and the leather for Tirkailaya Vadyam, Nadaswaram, all these are used. But all these can be procured only from naturally died animals, never by any form of killing. So, no animal product in Kailasa. Same way, no illicit sex. No illicit sex. Each one will be aligned to their order. Brahmacharis will be aligned to their order rules. Grihasthas will be aligned to their order spiritual principles. Vanaprasthis will be aligned to their order spiritual principles. If you want to know detailed orders, each order's rules, like I want to become brahmachari, how to be, you can go to our Nithyananda AI, ask Nithyananda and ask. It will give a detailed presentation of the rules, regulations, and how practically the lifestyle of a brahmachari looks. Same way Grihastha. You want to be a Grihastha. You are already married. Go and ask Nithyananda. That will give a detailed rules and expectations. If you want to be a Grihastha, but you are not married now, you want to come and settle down in Kailasa and marry later on, then you go and ask Nithyananda. That will give a clear rule. So for each order, you want to be a Gurukul Balasant or Gurukul student, go and ask Nithyananda. That will give a detailed rules and regulations. Any order you want to be part, you can read the rules and regulations. So be very clear. The order you want to join, you want to choose, you can even choose after studying all the order's rules. You can go and ask Nithyananda the rules about the Krama Brahmacharya, the rules about the Naishtika Brahmacharya, the rules about the Grihastha, the rules about the Vanaprastha, the rules about the Sannyasa. You can study all of that, ask all your questions, get the detailed answers, then you can choose which order you want to be, which sampradaya you want to be. You can choose. So be very clear. You can choose your order, have the training. First, initially, you will be trained through AI from wherever you are. The remote training. After you are sure about yourself, then you will be invited to the particular Kailasas to be absorbed into the team, into the Kailasa ecosystem. We are basically Tyagis. Tyaga is the breathing force, prana of Kailasa. We are proud Tyagis to hold Paramashiva's message and to hold Paramashiva's Nandi Dvaja, Paramashiva's vision for humanity, Paramashiva's mission for humanity with a deep devotion, dedication, tyaga. So, I don't need your money to become Kailasavasi. Of course, your money will not be accepted if you want to become a Kailasavasi. The whole decision of accepting the application is quickened only through your spiritual commitment. So understand, every training will happen through AI. AI will show you how much you are integrated, how much you are authentic, how much you feel responsible for your life as Kailasavasi, how you are able to enrich others spiritually in every way, how you are able to cause others and others' reality, others' ultimate reality. So understand, life is all about enlightenment centered, focused on enlightenment. Anyone wants to do any donation, keep that separate from your Kailasavasi application acceptance. Do not connect both, and decisions will not be made connecting both. Decisions about acceptance into Kailasavasi, any order, is purely dependent on spirituality and enlightenment. How integrated you are to enlightenment, how authentic you are to the enlightenment signs, how responsible you are raising yourself and others with these enlightenment signs, how enriching you are using these signs to others and yourself, and how you are able to cause your reality and others' reality through these enlightenment signs. So, I am making it clear about the all orders. For all orders, Brahmachari, Naishtika Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprasthi, Sannyasi, Gurukul, university students, all orders of Kailasa, morning yoga and meditation and puja and satsang is a compulsory lifestyle that is non-negotiable. It cannot be compromised. The spiritual routine, yoga, meditation, puja, satsang. In some countries, you will do morning yoga, puja, meditation and satsang in the evening. In some countries, you may do morning itself, because for India, morning time is the darshan. So you finish darshan, yoga, puja, satsang, all in morning itself. But countries like US, for your morning you will do yoga, meditation, puja, but satsang will be evening, because the satsang happens in as per New York time. So, all kinds of people with all kinds of background, nationality, live together, inspired with the science of enlightenment, lifestyle of Hinduism, especially the Adishaivite tradition. So, the whole Kailasa lifestyle is to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Billions don't matter, because you will not be able to carry that with you. Enlightenment matters, because only that will come with you eternally, forever. So the right thing you need to yearn while you are in planet Earth is enlightenment. Whole ecosystem is focused on that. Whole ecosystem is focused on that. Kailasa ecosystem is focused on that. Next 5 days, there is a small break between Paramashivoham program. After 5 days, the next season, Paramashivoham program level 1, level 2, level 3 is going to start. These 5 days, all those thousands and thousands of Adinavasis, Kailasavasi applications, you will all be receiving calls for further initiation and further interviews, visa interview, categorizing process. And I really want to apologize for the delay, because we are really not able to handle the pressure and the amount of applications getting loaded in every media. Because in any of our social media handle, YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, if you put a comment, we reach out and give you the link to register. It's just flying everywhere. So then taking all the details, organizing through AI and beginning the training, all that is taking time for us. I want to tell you, repeatedly I wanted to insist, we are inspired immigrants. Listen. Even now, the biggest problem media and social media is raising is, how can he run the nation without police? Hey, listen. You should study the history of the immigrants, how the immigrants are behaving all over the world, the Hindu immigrants, the Hindu diaspora all over the world, all the first world countries, USA, Canada, UK, France, Australia, take all the first world countries. The Hindu immigrants, Hindu diaspora is absolutely crime-free and richest ethnic minority. Go and see the statistics. It's almost 0% NRIs, Hindus in prison in USA. It's almost 0% in Canada. It's almost 0% in UK or Australia or France. Negligible. It may be like rarely you will find one or two exemptions who got imprisoned, who got jailed. Don't bring that one or two examples and try to say, oh, there is criminals in Hindu diaspora also. That is exemption. Rarest of rare. See the lifestyle of inspired Hindu immigrants. After thoroughly studying only, I am making these decisions very clearly. Especially inspired Hindu immigrants are forming the core population of Kailasa. So not only they will not do crime, if something happens very rarely, rarest of the rare, like it might be accident. So we should analyze the human nature, everything with a tremendous compassion and try to reform them and imbibe them into the mainstream society. So I am very confident the inspired Hindu immigrants are not only crime-free, they make such productive, happy, enlightened, inspire ambience and ecosystem. They will set a trend and model for a crime-free society. So, the next season of Paramashivoham starts from 22nd August. So it's almost like 11 days, 12 days more. In these 11-12 days, you will all be getting interviews and the further training. anyone who wants to come to Kailasa, go to our Ask Nithyananda Spiritual AI, register, go to our website Kailasa, gov, kailasa.org and register. Everywhere we have our QR code available. Scan it and fill e-citizenship form. You will receive the interview session. Further trainings will start. Be very clear. We are a nation getting formed by inspired immigrants. Inspired immigrants. That is why I am so confident of running it crime-free and purely on donation without any taxation. So, get ready. We will set a trend for the humanity. So, share and celebrate, enrich and enjoy. End of the day, we should start doing, living this life of enlightenment. Living this life of enlightenment. All those who are waiting to get initiated into SJP as the ultimate manifestation of Paramashiva's Keshavartha Murthy, Sri Srinivasa Parabrahmam, Sri Venkateshwara Swami, I bless you all. You will all be showered with wealth and Paramatvaita. Oh, be blissful blessings. Be blissful.
Shri Kailasa Dvadashanta Shyamala Pitharudha Shri Meenakshi Sundareshwara Bhinna Swarupa Parashiva Putra Ratna Kumara Gurumanya Tulyavatara Shri Parvati Stanyapana Labdha Divya Jnana Vishruta Sakala Nigama Gamasara Bhuta Dravida Veda Pravaktre Shrimat Paramashiva Karuna Samadhigata Mukta Maya Chaturashrayana Giyamana Chatra Chamara Shri Chinhaka Haladi Samasta Birada Valyalankrita Jnana Vijnana Chakravarti Sarvajana Sangha Sadhyo Nirvana Diksha Vyayapa Varga Varsha Vishrana Jimuta Paramata Kalabhakesari Shaiva Siddhanta Sthapanacharya Shri Rajadhiraja Pandya Maharaja Guru Kshapana Shakyadi Mahandhakara Nivarana Jnana Bhanu Vikshana Narharha Dhvajochedana Purvaka Shrimad Vrishabhadhvaja Sthapaka Shaiva Samaya Kartre Sarvajna Pitharudha Shri Jagadguru Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Swami Vagisha Sundara Manikya Vachaka Swaminam Avatara Bhuta Shri Jnana Sambandha Swami Punaruddhrita Shyamala Pitha Sarvajna Pitha Trinavatyuttara Dvishatatama Guru Mahasannidhana Arunagiri Yogishwara Paramparagata Arunachala Sarvajna Pitha Guru Mahasannidhana Kailasa Paramparagata Kanchi Kailasa Sarvajna Pitha Trayastrimshaduttara Dvishatatama Guru Mahasannidhana Nityotsava Nitya Mangala Nitya Kalyana Nitya Rajita Kailasa Paramparagata Adi Kailasa Nityananda Pitha Mahasamsthana Mahasimhasana Pitha Kartaha Sakshat Shri Paramashiva Samudbhuta Kailasa Paramparagata Vaivasvatamanu Ikshvaku Harishchandra Bhagiratha Shri Ramachandra Shura Sena Ityadi Anavachinna Sarvabhauma Chakravarti Paramparagata चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञपीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूडामणे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणि पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्ग पुरस्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरो श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिन् अत्रागत्य परिपाल्य च अस्मान् विज्ञान वितरणेन विजयी भव जय जय.
So this looks like the mother of all rallies. Many stock markets, US, China, even Singapore are near all-time highs.
I think trading the fabulous 5 stocks is the biggest opportunity.